Yo, what's going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back today with episode number 8 of my Colorado Rockies franchise and MLB 14, the show. We are in Colorado here now for some Interleague play, taking on the Texas Rangers. Tyler Chatwood on the mound. And this is the first game of a 4-game home-and-home series that we got with the Rangers, 2 in Colorado, 2 in Texas, but let's pick up on where we left off. After the last episode, we had one more game in a series against the Arizona Diamondbacks on the road. In the third inning, they would get 3 runs scored off a inside-the-park home run by Parra. They'd add 2 more in the next inning, making the score 5-0, and that would pretty much be the final score. We were totally shut down by Central New York native Patrick Corbin, who threw 114 pitches on us, only allowed 4 hits. And we would fall with that loss to 20-9 on the season. And traveling back home from Arizona to Colorado, we'd have a 4-game series against the New York Mets. In the first game of that set, it was a 3-2 game until the bottom of the 6th with 1 on and 2 outs. Carlos Gonzalez hit his 5th home run of the season, giving us a 5-2 lead. A few innings later, Chris Young would hit a 2-run home run off of Rex Brothers, making it a 1-run game. LaTroy Hawkins would come in for the save attempt and allow the first batter he faced to get on base, but after that he took care of business, picking up his 11th save of the season. Jordan Lyles got the win. He improved his record to 3-1 on the season. He went 6 1/3 innings with 10 strikeouts, and we would improve to 21-9 with that win. Terrible base running decision there by myself and Troy Tulowitzki. Got away with that tag from second to third, and then I just tried to test the luck once more and got called out. So both of us getting thrown out at the plate in this game. Still a 0-0 game. Tyler Chatwood throwing some heat here, striking out 2 batters in a row. We'd move on to the top of the 4th, another strikeout. And then we'd have Prince Fielder up, caught him slipping there on the first pitch of the at-bat, tried to go to that same curveball later on in the bat, and he made us pay dead center, 415 plus yards. Out of here, 1-0 Rangers. Let's continue to talk about what's been going on since this episode, though. In game number 2 of that 4-game set against the Mets, lucky number 7 was the theme of this game. In the bottom of the 7th, with the game tied at 1, we'd score 7 runs. Nolan Arenado, Charlie Blackmon both hit 2-run home runs in that game. The Mets went through 3 different pitchers in that inning. Chassin went 7 innings pitched. He had 8 strikeouts. He's 4-0 on the season, so he's living up to that ace title. I wish I could say the same in real life for him, but right now he's playing very well in this franchise. 4-0 on the season. Again, we improved to 22-9. Willeen Rosario just hit a solo home run, by the way, to tie this ball game up. So in game number 3 against the Mets, this was a quick counts game. We were down 2-0 in the 4th, and speaking of Willeen Rosario, he tied it up in that game with his third home run of the season. In the 5th inning, we would score 2 more runs off a Corey Dickerson home run, which happened to be his first of the year, but he didn't stop there. He was not finished yet. In the 7th, he hit another home run. This one was a 3-run shot. His 2nd of the year, 2nd of the game, 5 RBI in that game. And we pretty much blew things open after being down 2-0. The final score would be 8-2. Record would improve to 23-9. And then the last game, going for the 4-game sweep on the Mets in the 6th inning. It was a close game, and then everything went bad for Jorge De La Rosa. He walked 3 batters before finally recording an out. They would end up bringing 3 base runners home in that inning, so we were trailing 3-0. We managed to cut their lead down to 1, 3-2, but came up short in the 8th and 9th inning, attempting to tie things up. Matt Harvey was pretty dominant against us. He only went 6 innings, but he struck out 8. We'd fall after winning the first 3 against the Mets to 23-10. And here we are now, down 3-1 in the bottom of the 8th against Texas. Corey Dickerson would come in for a pinch hit at bat right here. Get some good wood on the ball here. It's going to go back. Almost a home run, but it's going to fall short. Land at the warning track. So we come up just a few feet short there of cutting the game down 3-2. We'd send in Wilton Lopez in the top of the ninth just to try to maintain the lead. And he would do a good job at that, so we'd get one more chance at it in the bottom of the ninth. Coming up, a couple quick roster changes that I did want to mention. Matt Belisle, who I mentioned in the last episode, just been terrible for me. Just coming in, giving up runs, giving up hits. I had to get rid of him. So we moved him down, and we brought up Rafael Betancourt, who was the Rockies closer last year, had to have Tommy John surgery, and he's expected to be back in real life as well, I believe, after the All-Star break. But I decided to bring him in. We keep LaTroy Hawkins as our closer, but bring Betancourt in as kind of a middle relief guy. Instead of going out and trying to find another pitcher, we'll bring in a veteran who we know can do his thing. He just will not be a closer, and he's going to take the spot of Matt Belisle, who just, again, did not do his job this season. So maybe he'll get another shot if there's any injuries. But for now, he's getting demoted. And also, I had to move my man Nolan Arenado into the back of the batting order. He's just been struggling, but ever since I did get out, look at that, Carlos Gonzalez. Home run there. He's going to cut the lead 3-2. We got Troy Tulowitzki coming up at bat to see if he can tie things up or get on base or do something with it. But yeah, Nolan Arenado, we had to move him back to like the 7th and 8th spot in the batting lineups. But ever since then, he's been very, very productive. It's not something I wanted to do, but we had to go ahead and do it. And it's been working out for us so far. So here we go, Troy Tulowitzki. 2-1 count, 3-2 game, 2 outs. He gets a really good hit on it. Is it going to go? Nope. Another one right to the warning track. So we're going to take the loss here. 23-11 is our record. We fall to the Texas Rangers. Shout out to B Wildcat. I know this is his team, and I know he wanted to see a gameplay against the Rangers. So there you go, buddy. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm out. Peace.